on this episode of
He's Tyrone.
Nobody wants to work hard no more. Like, when did cheating become a reason to even break up?
I don't even like bitches.
like, why is cheating so bad? Like, my granddad was a cheater, right? And when he used to cheat, my grandma would catch him and treat him like one of the kids. She'll hit him upside the head, cuss him out, and he couldn't leave the house for.
He's Tyrone.
I'm Tyrone.
He's bad to the bone. Ain't you, Tyrone?
Who's sighing?
I'm one of the baddest motherfuckers of all time. One of the best singers and one of the best looking motherfuckers you've ever seen. Hold my drink, bitch.
Yo, welcome to another episode of He's Tyrone. I am Tyrone, a.k.a. Crazy T, a.k.a. Ill Smith, the Fresh Prince of Welfare, a.k.a. the MILF Buster, a.k.a. Clark Kent with a dark tint. Oh. How's everybody doing today, man? We have a great show lined up for you, man. R. Kelly is... I'm so sick of talking about this nigga, man.
You have the closet again?
He's doing... I don't know what the hell he's doing, right? R. Kelly's doing his thing. The Capitol is taking crazy charges, and I don't know, man. The Olympics is going on, too. But as always, man... To my left, we have the owner, operator, and proprietor of We Up Records, We Up Radio.
I'm about to say,
we going global. We doing records and that.
Man.
We got the man, DJ Goldie Montana.
Sit back there and say my hair ain't luxurious when you know it is, bitch.
You gotta get a new one.
I love this for you. You don't like this?
Cause you over there saying my hair is not luxurious.
I'm saying your hair is luxurious. I see it. I'm jealous. Look, you see what God did to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he got the old Oakland field.
Man, it's all it's AstroTurf over here, man. It's terrible. But across from me, we have my brother, my family from another mammy, the Matrix, the scapegoat himself,
Indeed.
Ray-Mo Real. Bring him in.
That's some food there. Your mama said that's my food there. Fuck the dumb shit, kill it with the drum kick, give it to the nigga with the drum stick.
Stop it right now, sir. Stop it. That's enough.
But it's been a minute.
And we have a special guest in the building.
He does.
We have the lovely, so lovely, won't you agree? She is a purveyor of life's beauty. She is a self-centric photographer and model. Here to create, inspire, and motivate. Indeed. May I present to you the one and only Tacoma Marie.
Do it big, then. Do it big, nigga. Do it big.
All right, that's enough. That's not even appropriate for the lady that we have in here, man, because I had a better song, but my equipment's down. I was gonna give you the Tamia, the line dance.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
No, because people gonna be line dancing at home, man, and not paying attention to what's going on.
They don't gotta look. They just gotta keep it on.
Oh, that's my jam.
We need them views. What's going on, family? How's everybody
How are you?
doing? Doing good.
Doing good today?
Yes. How about you, Mom? How your week going?
So far, it's Tuesday.
Yeah.
Is it too early to tell?
Yeah, I can't tell
early.
what the whole week is.
You can't
It's all
call
day.
it. Can't call it.
Oh, give it to a Goldie. Look at Goldie. Goldie's a DJ at heart. He can't help it. There we go. This is for Tacoma Maria right here.
Yeah, just got to say the name of the song out loud. It just happened to be a hit.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
It's like Surrey. It's like a black Surrey.
Hey, Goldie.
My week has been going
Goldie.
crazy because I've been getting visited by the ghost of Pussy Past.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
Tell us about
I think I told you, look, my ex called and was like, I had a feeling that you got something this weekend. Is that true? I'm like, no, get off my channel. Don't be tapping into my spirit.
Was she trying to battle? Was she trying to compete?
Yeah, maybe she got something she wanted to battle with me, right?
She was
Won't
just
be
trying to feel it out.
That's some scary shit, man.
That is, yeah.
That they battling?
She might have buried your drawers in the backyard
She
or some
might have.
shit.
No, but he would
she
still be
Creole?
there if she
She
did,
put a
though.
root on you.
Man,
Yeah, she put a root on him.
A root?
Yeah, she Creole.
How you spell it? Hey, but no, look, that stuff makes me wonder though, man. Because like, when I was younger, I used to believe in like women's intuition. But I'm like, if
Used to?
because a lot of women now are just suspicious. It's like they into wishing. Like I wish this nigga would. I think every time I do something, it's like,
Women's intuition is
This
real.
weird fun fact. This some weird stuff. Like
I'm
around a
just saying, I
certain
don't know.
time, every month. Like, this is what made me think Zodiac stuff is something to it. Because around the same time every month, it's just this influx of inboxes. Like, for some reason.
Oh, that you get?
Yes. I ain't even did nothing but just breathe.
It could be the
All
time.
of a sudden, my inbox just be like, blinkety, blinkety, blinkety. What's up with you? I done finally made my mind up. I want to be with you. What? I don't know you.
I think it could be like some sort of sensitivity. Like you said, women's intuition is real.
Yes, it's real.
Oh, they got it's some kind of energy that's
Hold on,
going on.
I want to see why she
know.
think it's real. What do you think is real?
Well, first of all, I'm a woman,
Well, I
so
know, but like-
I know it's real.
What
Because I
are you
experience
into?
it. What do I?
What are you into?
Boom!
Give
He's here
us
all
an
week.
example of your woman's intuition and its successful procedures.
Well, I think that all women have women's intuition. It just some people are more in tune to their intuition and to things that go on around them than others. But it's that gut feeling you get. Men have it too. People, period. You have a gut feeling about things. But women, because we're nurturers by nature, most of us are.
There you go. Thank
And
you.
we have a different connection with living things, and we feel things differently. We feel things, period.
Okay, so I do agree with that. I'm not saying that it's not real, but it's not as.
I was gonna say something funny, but she just made me feel like
She went serious, yeah. But like, I've been with women who are
So true.
just completely suspicious, right? And like, it's like, well, if you're guessing 60 things, you're gonna get something right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not perfect, but
Yeah.
it's not intuition at that point. It's like you
No.
just suspect everything.
Yeah,
you
that
know
should
what I
just
mean?
yeah.
Let's just shoot.
That's totally
Well, I
different.
know
And
what
I
she
bet you
talking
did
about,
that
them
shit.
times
No,
that
I
she-
do that. And
How
then
many
it's-
times your girl done been like, oh, you was with a bitch, but you was like, get out of here, you tripping, but in your mind, like, how the fuck did she know that?
Look, I had a woman I was living with, and she was like, "Is there a bitch in the bathroom?" Like, baby, it's just us here. It's nobody in the bathroom. Like, I'm not. Why was you in there so long?
That's
She's just
insecurities and
paranoid.
paranoia.
She's just paranoid.
She's still
That's
acting on
totally
energies from the
different.
last
If she questioned you
relationship.
first, she probably had to do
Yeah.
the bathroom earlier. She's trying to reiterate.
Oh my goodness.
Are you single or?
Yes.
Okay, so
Somebody should come out.
I have single woman questions for you.
Here we go. Here we go.
And they should come up with like a relationship rinse. So you can cleanse yourself of the last person you was with. Like,
Hey,
There are things.
take a bath in some
There
type
are
of
things.
juice.
A bum bath.
yeah, you need something like some sage.
There are-
Just-
What are
There are
things? Give us
things.
an example.
There are things that you can do. There are like he talked about sage. I mean, there are cleansing things that you can do. There are actually washes that you can use on your body. You can use, in your home.
heard
There's
of blue
sage
soap.
that blue soap.
Blue soap.
What's the blue soap,
It's
Goldie?
some Jamaican shit.
What's that supposed to do?
It's some Jamaican shit.
I've
that
heard
you
of
gotta
black
take a
soap,
bath
but
in.
think
not.
it's black. You
Is
gotta use
it
the
blue
black
black soap?
I
I
thought
don't.
it was blue soap.
If it ain't got no
No,
shea
it's
butter
black.
in it, it's bullshit.
It's black.
Black
It's
soap
black
is
blue, it's got
something
his
else.
ass beat.
Black soap is some healthy stuff that's on the shelf. But I thought it was blue soap. The Jamaican said if you be with a salt bitch is what they call it.
Oh, what?
salt
Oh,
bitch.
who?
Bathe in blue soap to get the curse off.
No, sir.
No, if you
No,
sleep
sir.
with a promiscuous
Ooh, no.
woman, they call her a salt. Excuse my language. They call her a salt bitch.
Can I write this down?
Yeah, that
Salt
means she
bitch.
mess with a lot. You gotta meet a Jamaican. Y'all think I'm
I'm
joking?
saying, is she salty or is she assaults people?
No.
Which one is it?
That's it.
An assaulting bitch.
Yeah, no, look,
They
I
bitter.
don't know
They,
assault bitches
salt
at all.
bitches like you ain't never. And see, I gotta be kind of cool because there's a woman on set today, but at the same time, you ain't never kissed the chick's neck or licked her breast or tasted her and she was salty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Isn't
a salt bitch.
everybody
She's so
salty
nasty.
because there's
Sweat.
salt in
She's
your...
so nasty
your-
that she's salty when you taste her.
Is that what that
Oh,
girl? No, man, that's
God.
that's a
No,
retarded.
No, sir.
You should never
Right.
go to bed. No woman should ever get in the bed with a man and knowing she ain't took a shower first.
Man, look.
But shit, after y'all get it
That
in, she
works
gonna start
both
sweating
ways.
anyway?
Hold up, let me
I don't even go to bed without
Let me
taking a
defend
shower.
my sisters,
Let
man.
me
Look,
not
black-
get in-
black
even
women
if
are
I wear the same clothes, I took a shower.
Look, black women are salty by nature, man. Just because we season
Oh,
our food.
see.
No, not in a bad way. It's
It's
just,
as
you know.
an example.
Hold on, damn
No,
it.
look, 'cause look, white girls sometimes don't smell like nothing, which is a problem for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I like scent of a woman. Like, but I think it's because they don't season their food. It's nothing to come out the pores.
Let me break it
pig.
down for you. I'm gonna
Nothing
break
to
it
come out.
down for you real quick. Listen, A soft bitch is like a woman who sleep with a lot of men, and they absorb all these negative energies. See, women is a purifier. You can sleep with a woman and feel like a brand new man the next day.
Man, go to your sorcerer.
You feel me?
Can't mess with
Well, that's because you've dumped your energy off onto her. That's why you would feel like a
dumping
brand new
energy
man.
off on this girl, so she caked up with salt. And when you go with her energy, you all of a sudden have bad luck.
And I will say,
you
it's
try
not
to work right.
And I will say, I don't think it's dumped off. I think it's exchanged.
But
I think that
Energy,
that's what I'm
it's
saying.
exchanged.
That's
It's
exactly what
exchanged,
I'm saying. But
certainly.
according to their lore, like you have to bathe in this blue soap to rinse that off.
Well,
of
she
you.
need to become sodium
No,
free.
it's dead. Y'all think it's old school Jamaicans take that serious, like how your mother be like, don't split a pole type shit. They take it serious.
Oh,
like,
the superstition side,
yeah, you got to take a bath. And if your mother was like, say, if you in Jamaica, your mother found out you was messing with the neighborhood salt bitch. Oh, you got to get bathed.
Neighborhood salt.
That's a neighborhood salt, bitch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, everybody had a broad in the hood that niggas was smashing.
Who you call
Why
a
don't
salt
call her
bitch?
hood rat?
Who you call a
She
salt
was a
bitch?
salt bitch, yes.
The neighborhood
It's,
hood rat.
everything that goes on under the sun goes on everywhere under the sun.
Of course.
I've been messing
People
with
are people.
Been messing with hoes since they was calling them hussies. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Jump off.
doesn't mean that they're a bad person. You know what I mean? Just because
They call
they're,
them set outs now and stuff like that.
but just because like they're sexually liberated doesn't mean that they're bad per se.
No,
We're
it doesn't,
in a
because
new
we don't
age
put
now.
that same connotation on men.
Yeah, but for men though, it's different though.
Sometimes
Like,
women
Why?
just be looking
But
Oh,
for
why
love
is
in
it
all the wrong
different?
no, I'm
place.
telling you, because men, for us to get sex from a woman, right? Women are the keepers of sex, right? For men to get sex from a woman, it takes skill. We got to be funny, charming, the right amount of arrogant, but the
not
right
at
amount
all.
of humble. Hold on, Goldie. Now listen.
Hold on, Goldie.
Now for women to get sex from a man, isn't it, look, have you ever had to convince a man to have sex with you? Just like, hey man, just come on, brother. Stop being so shy. Let me see it. No, of course not, because like women, you could just go out there and just, hey,
Nah.
you want some, and
You
like,
want 'em?
you can get it. It
want 'em.
doesn't take as much skill. That's why it's more of an accomplishment for guys. It's
Usually
like,
women
man,
start with the two words you want, and they just hope that the third word is
I'ma
something
say-
they want to hear.
I can say
Right.
this: in most cases, women sleep with who they want, and men sleep with who they can. In most cases, I just happen to be accepting to that rule. I chose at an early age to decide who I was gonna give my stuff to, so I wouldn't be a salt nigga.
Oh my God, this nigga.
You can't
Hold up.
go around.
You can't say
and
give
see
my
women-
stuff too, man.
The reason why it's a double standard, and this is just my take on it. This is just my take on it. It's like we look to women as, y'all mature faster. We think y'all smarter in so many regards. So we feel like y'all should be smarter about being who you gonna sleep with.
like guys, we don't care.
Go, you ain't got no beef with the lady on the Morton's salt thing,
that-
do you?
is she a
No.
salt bitch?
Ooh.
She's a salt bitch.
This is a
salt
real.
bitch.
That's a
She's a
real
salt
thing.
bitch,
You think I'm making
She's a
a joke?
spokesperson. Yeah.
You think I'm making a
That's a
joke? That's a
mascot.
real thing in their culture.
No, what was you saying?
I'm saying the,
No,
I'm
not
not
you. I'm
making
talking to
fun,
her.
bro. Disaster.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, he was talking about that he feels like women should be, that men
smarter.
think women should be smarter about who it is that they sleep with. But why can't a woman go out and sleep with somebody for the same reasons a man does?
She
Just
Like
can,
make
but
the same
she can't-
mistakes.
no,
But I think
because
women
she
have-
felt like sleeping with somebody.
I feel that, but I feel like women just have more confidence face. Like guys, we look like we making a mistake. It was like, yeah, I'm about to go and do this. Women would be like, I know exactly what I'm doing, and it's like, you might not, but
Right.
I got a great
it's
question.
the
to
The
ask.
difference between a man and a woman is a woman proclaims it and a man be ashamed about it. Like a woman will
Ooh,
let
I say
you
the
know.
opposite.
Yeah,
That's what I mean.
opposite.
Well, I
With
meant to
sex,
say the opposite. I'm sorry. I said the
Yeah.
opposite.
Yeah.
Women be ashamed about it. Men proclaim it.
Yeah.
But nowadays the role is reversing on a lot of aspects, and women are in fact doing what she said, living like men sexually and promiscuously. Cause I be seeing the same studs with like 5 or 6 different bitches in the club. Like, they get
But
it in.
even the straight women. What you gonna say, Mom? I'm sorry.
So no, the question is like, when you know, a lot of women say men ain't shit, okay? But when they got somebody that fucking appreciates them and do everything for them, like he's soft nigga.
Yeah.
So Is it men ain't shit or the niggas that you choose ain't shit?
said when the love start, the pimping start.
It has to be like a certain level of I don't know. It's kind of a power struggle.
But it jumps to all men instead of most men.
But what you're not going to do, and I'm not taking any sort of side, but what a woman is not going to do, or most people, period, is admit that they made a mistake. So she's not going to be like, I keep choosing these sorry niggas. And of course she's not going to say that. It becomes all niggas ain't shit, which is absolutely not the truth.
That's being your decisions is ain't shit.
Yeah, sure. Listen, but
like poor decisions.
I try to own mine. Like I done met women like, ooh, I know this is a mistake, but it's gonna be fun until it ain't. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's true.
But I know I'm only gonna be here for a short time.
Right.
I'm here for a good time, not a long time. I know you know, one of those. One of those. But yeah, but I don't know. I just it's definitely a dissension between men and women, and like us trying to get to like the goal. It should be easier, especially in the black community. I don't know why it's not so.
Everything's hard in the black community. Why should that be easier when everything else is hard?
Twice as hard for half the no credit, bro.
Oh man, even in relationships. Like,
yes.
Oh my gosh.
Because that's one of the hardest things to cultivate. So why shouldn't that be harder for us?
Yeah.
It shouldn't be, but I mean it is. But I get you. But it is, yeah.
I guess we kind of built for it. Like we're tougher. We were able to.
I'm blaming Willie Lynch.
Withstand. You think is that what it is? The man versus the woman too.
Young versus old. Light versus dark.
I'm telling you, we are on the cusp of a gender reversal age where it's gonna be us begging for them instead of the other way around.
You think we're gonna get men will get the power of choice like how women have it now?
Right, that's what I'm saying. They're gonna be like, why don't you be with me? I got this and that. Nah, bitch.
Because this is like this is the first generation.
I feel like in a decade we're gonna be playing the guessing game.
But no, this is like the first generation though where like women are majority taking care of dudes. I don't know if it's majority, but it just seems like there's a lot of feminine dudes and there's a lot of masculine women now. You know what I mean?
Roles have become reversed,
men
unfortunately.
Have become pets and accessories.
In some cases out of necessity, because the men are absent, and so women take on these, they have to be head of the household, right? So a woman can't ever be a father to her child because she doesn't know what it is to be a man, but if he's not there, you're going to do the best that you can. And so you try to fill that void as best that you can. But so there has become sort of a power play between men and women, and the reversal of roles. And then some women are feminists and they believe that they should have absolute equal rights as men in all arenas.
I have a question.
This is the age of the kept man.
If a woman proposes to a man, does she wear the pants?
No.
Yeah. It takes more than that.
I'm just.
Sometimes she might just had a heart to pop the question because he taking forever with his procrastination bunk ass.
Yeah, and most times dudes,
but in a public spot, like if the dude put on blast, like,
say
you gonna get your ass up.
Yeah. But I'm saying like most dudes though, like once we find our woman, we don't care about taking it any further. It's like I got what I want. I love you.
Why is that? Why? Because you know what our end game is, so why can't you all get there? I don't understand.
I think it's because it's like, okay, so this is what I was saying. Like the last girl I was with or whatever, I was telling her that I would get married because she wanted to get married, not because it was something I desired in my heart. It was like because I know this is what you want, and I think enough of you to give you this. But
why don't you think? Why don't men think that? Why don't you want that?
Because once we get our woman, we're happy.
Just satisfied.
We won.
I got it.
I got you. This is what I want.
No, that's to me is this, man, and it's real simple because I don't want to tell you that long story, but my mother explained to me how it used to be a different time. And in them times, their choices was limited. You had to go with the neighborhood all-star. Whoever the neighborhood cool guy was the ultimate prize because that was all that was in her grasp. That was all that's in your reach. But now in 2021 with social media and all the options and all the people that's just starving and all on social media and online begging for you, I get inboxes like women get inboxes. They get dick pics. I get, and it go like that for everybody because these women these women out here is choosing. I swear these women is choosing. Not only is they choosing, some of them is willing to share. Some are willing. It's all different options. This is my point.
Listen. I don't even think they're choosing. I think what women are doing what they say in the Bible, keeping a ram in the bush. You know what I mean?
They hiding that ram?
Yeah, they keep it.
My point to that was that it's options. There's a lot of options out here.
Look,
but it's really not a lot of options.
In the older days, it wasn't that many options.
It's definitely more options than there.
The prom
than there
queen
were
was top
then.
of line livestock back then.
Yeah, but high school don't count though.
But I'm saying when you was looking at
Shit,
the
when you was in
baddest
high school,
female
they
in
count
your area, that was what it was. Beyonce didn't live in everybody's neighborhood like she do now.
Women are willing to do things like share because there aren't enough available men.
Right.
So
Right.
it's you're looking for a man. He's not out there. You find a good one, and he happens to be married or he happens to be otherwise preoccupied or engaged. Well, either you're going to be alone, or you're going to go ahead and settle and share this man amongst you and whomever else.
What's your biggest
What's your take on that? Would you
criticism
share a
against
man?
fellas? I mean, against like what niggas need to do better. Like, do you have any?
I want to explore that.
I mean, see, that's
I'm putting you on the spot.
you
but-
are putting me on the spot because I'm not a man bashing woman hater type of of person.
Right.
But things could be better on both fronts, clearly. But honesty is one of the big things. One of the big things for me. Like say you're going into a new relationship, right? And both of you have options. We're talking about single people, not married people, but everybody has options. You're coming to the table with options, and you've decided on each other, right?
Right.
So why not give the person the benefit of the doubt and just let them know where you're coming from? Just lay everything on the table. What is it that you're ultimately looking for? What's your end game?
Informed decision.
Exactly. Allow me to make an informed decision. Now, if you might want to be out there sleeping around with other women, doing whatever, I might be okay with that because I might not want to be bothered with you that much. So that might be okay, but don't lie to me and tell me you're all with me and this is what we're doing and we booed up and then you're over here with somebody else. And
That's
what's happening?
Oh, okay.
And you're with this person and that person and the third person, and you couldn't just be honest with me and tell me what it was.
Facts though.
It's crazy because I think a lot of people are afraid to be honest rather than trying to please the person or they trying to get.
What's the fear? What do you think the fear? What is it based in?
It's the fear of the loss.
Judgment.
It's the fear of losing what you want
taking an
before
L.
you.
It's the fear of the judgment, bro.
People don't want to be vulnerable.
I don't think it's the judgment
Why would you lose them unless they judge you wrong?
But people don't like to be vulnerable.
I can see
I hear
what
what you're
you're
saying,
saying
but
with
I think ultimately it's just like you don't want to run this person off. It's like they like me, I like them.
That's called judgment.
And you don't want to throw something in there.
You just want to keep the fantasy going. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. You don't want to be examined and look through them.
But like,
But how
isn't-
much better could it be though if you were
women do
honest
that
about
But I'm
it?
saying, like, isn't judgment important though? Like, what's the difference between discernment and discrimination? You know what I'm saying? Like you have to judge. For, like, if you have a preference,
you just
you're
brought it
judging.
full circle on the gut feeling
Well,
side.
judgment and discrimination. I mean,
Damn, you did that.
discernment and discrimination.
Yeah, but if you have a preference, then it's definitely a judgment against what's not your preference. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I remember it was a whole thing about saying like, if you're not attracted to someone who's trans, then you're transphobic. It's like no. I prefer
The real thing.
natural born women. You know,
Yes.
I need a woman who has experience as being a woman most of her life.
I'm not on Star Trek. I don't really know.
Most of her life?
All of her
So
life.
what you saying
Well, I
is-
was saying not little girls. I was kind of after they grow up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, like we should be able to judge, and like sometimes people, you're doing something that should be judged.
So judge, but would you say judge, but maybe not condemn?
It depends on it depends on what you're doing.
I think we
Okay.
try to make our covers more colorful because books judge by their covers. And they say don't judge a book by its cover, but we actually do. So in reality, what we doing is trying to make our covers look more colorful so that they want to go look on the back and read the summary and try to really make you a good read, and metaphorically speaking.
No, I mean what you're saying. I think it depends on your cover because it's like people always saying this stuff like you can't slut shame, you can't fat shame, you can't. Whatever. It's like if you ashamed, maybe you doing something you don't need to be doing. If you know what I'm saying, you should have the confidence to be whatever you saying that you are. You know what I mean? And that,
But you should be able to have the confidence to be whatever it is that you are without worrying that people are going to clown you about who you are. So I understand
It depends on how it looks,
the
though.
shaming part of it. What?
Confidence is
Okay, so
confidence.
Example.
So look,
I care how they treat me.
if I want to wear a dress and a wig, look at how I look, right?
Right.
I should have the confidence to do that, not just hey guys, just give me compliments. No insults, please.
But not even
Respect
compliments.
my,
just,
And
and
it
I'm
don't
not
mean
saying you
gay,
have to
just want
go.
to wear that for a day.
I'm not saying you
But
have
I
to
know
go
how it would look,
overboard
though.
with things, but you don't have to put the person down. Like if you put
Right.
on a dress and a wig, I'm not gonna tell you look fabulous. I'm not, but because you look like a man
you shouldn't.
in a dress with a
I
wig.
don't think it'd be fabulous.
But I'm not going to shame you for it. I'm not going to tell you look
I'm a
horrible.
roast
Time out. What is
Do
shame?
what you
'Cause
do.
I'm definitely gonna have some jokes. If you
I'm
feel that
gonna
shame,
shame
this
you.
is what it is.
And black
But-
culture, notoriously, we talk
it-
about shit that
but-
like, what are you doing? You know
There
what
are
I mean?
people that we clown and we joke, you
I'm
know,
gonna
because
give
of how
you
they
negative
are.
reinforcement.
But like, as long as they
Right.
confident in their own shit, they don't give a fuck about what you say.
Yeah.
And then after a while, like all that clowning shit stop. It's like that's just Jerome. Like
After a
he
while,
does
yeah.
this shit.
But the black
You
community,
know?
we roast though, as coming out, starting
Yeah,
off,
but
whatever. We're
that's
gonna be like,
us.
oh, what are you doing? Like, look, I had a week, I ain't had no mustache.
I
Oh,
was
it
just
was
about to
brutal.
bring that
It
up.
was
You had a
brutal.
skin
Welcome back. By the way, welcome
We
back.
roasted them.
But I expected that though. I wasn't like, hey guys, I'm being brave. let me try this out. It was like,
I
bet
had to
you-
make sure he ain't had no kids in
And
the
I
trunk.
bet you, hey, Moan, I bet you after the roasting he's very careful with his race.
Oh,
he,
look,
he stayed away from
I'm a
all
ba-
kind of kids around that
hey,
time.
look, I'm a better barber now since that. I'm like, you know what? Let me just keep this neat.
We just
get the
wanted you
trimmer.
to be regular. We want you to be the Tyrone we know, not the new Tyrone.
Yeah,
That's the
well-
problem. See, people is selfish, and they don't want you to change for their reasons because they have
Absolutely.
a understanding or a image of you, and when you switch, it's confusing to them because now not only do they know now how to come at you now, they don't trust that you won't switch again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So now you become wishy-washy. That's why they say the old saying, stick to the script. Because if you a gangster, be a gangster forever. Don't be a gangster, then a bitch nigga. If you're going to be
Yeah.
a radio personality, be a radio person. Progress through that.
And I think
Because that's what you know
I
for.
think overall, man, black people, we are very in the box people. So
Facts.
if like you start doing other stuff, it's like, hey, get back in that box where I'm used to you being. You know what I'm saying?
feel like we're gonna-
And whether you progressing or trying to wear a dress or whatever, you know what I mean? It's just like, hey, man, stop that. Get
like
these
you
boxes
said-
where I'm
Crabs in a
comfortable.
bucket.
Right.
But crab's natural habitat ain't the bucket.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But
That's the place they were put, and this is what
And that's what they've learned to do.
Willie Lynch.
Yeah,
all
but-
over again.
Get off Willie's back.
Wow,
Willie's
fuck
Willie
Willie.
did it.
That's all Willie thought.
But America does this though. America makes us think that we have like these limited amount of resources that we all can. It's like
Absolutely.
it's enough for everybody.
That's right.
It is.
right.
It's
That's
no
right.
need to have to hate on anybody. Go get yours.
The barter system would be excellent, and people say, "No, we still need money." Why? You know how to do this. He know how to do this, and if we can share our trades and give each other everything, you don't really need the money.
Trading skills.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
but I'm greedy.
Hey, so speaking of skills, man, I heard you were like the orator laureate of somebody
Coming
that
up
talk
with new
good. Somebody that
titles.
talk good. At University Hospital.
So I've been asked by university hospitals over the years to do certain things. To speak about certain things. So I have a chronic illness that I deal with
I smoke weed too.
every day. you know.
Respect.
Actually, interestingly enough, though, weed is one of the things that helps this particular ailment out. But that's not what we're talking about today.
Okay.
So the reason why
Can
university
I ask what the ailment is?
Yes, I'm about to go there. The reason why university hospitals oftentimes will ask me to speak about things is because they know I'll just speak freely. But the other part of that is I've been a patient there forever. I'm an employee there now, but I've been a patient there forever. And I have Crohn's disease. So Crohn's disease is an inflammatory bowel disease. It's an autoimmune illness.
Like lupus.
Yeah, lupus is an autoimmune illness. Yes, rheumatoid arthritis is not. There's a whole host of autoimmune illnesses, but Crohn's disease affects your digestive system. So we know your digestive system runs from your mouth to your anus, to the other end, right?
From the rooter to the tutor.
From the rooter to the tutor, yes. It can affect all of those things, in between. Doesn't necessarily have to. So anyway, so that's one of the things I most often speak about when it comes to university hospitals and, talking to patients and talking about my experience with the chronic illness, talking about my experience being hospitalized there, talking about my experience with surgeries. And
Oh shit! It's like surgery deep.
oh yeah,
That's crazy.
oh yeah, it gets very deep. It gets very
Man.
deep. Yeah.
What is it? Well, I don't want to get
Like
too
this
deep.
is the same thing. I think Cameron has this.
Crohn's disease.
That's remember when he lost all that weight.
What does it do to you though physically? What does it eat away your intestines? What does it do?
Oh, that's what Cameron had. Irritable.
Crohn's disease, what it does is it inflames and ulcerates parts of your digestive system, so that, swelling, like if you feel pain, most people don't understand where pain comes from. Why does something hurt? Most oftentimes things hurt as a consequence of inflammation. Now, the cause of the inflammation can be various and sundry reasons. But so what Crohn's disease does is it inflames and ulcerates. We all know what ulcers are, right?
Yeah.
So it's like a deep sore. So it makes deep sores in the lining of your intestine, or any part of your digestive system, which begins in your mouth. It can make deep sores. It can cause swelling, which then becomes painful. There's bleeding involved because you're talking about ulcerations, right? So ulcers are open wounds essentially, and so they can bleed. But we didn't come to have a lesson on Crohn's disease.
Educate the world.
I'm all about like pathology and body failures.
It is and it's one of those diseases they consider an invisible disease, because most oftentimes those of us with inflammatory bowel diseases look like we're fine. You don't usually know there's something wrong till we just rapidly start losing weight. And black folks like to smoking crack.
You smoking
like,
crack?
Yeah, right. That's the first thing. Like,
Baby, you okay?
Right. You sure you all right? Yeah.
You working out or you sick? What's going on?
Did you mean to lose all that weight? But so oftentimes we look like we're just fine, but it can be excruciatingly painful.
Is there like a cure
That's
for
what
it?
I was about to ask you next.
No.
Is it a lot of pain?
It's a lot of
I'm just thinking about like in a relationship. I've never been in a relationship with somebody that had like I know, well, put it like this. I know somebody that was in a relationship with somebody that was terminally ill, and they watched it progress. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you have concerns like when you in relationships, as far as like how they gonna receive that information?
Absolutely. There are definitely concerns about how somebody else is going to receive the fact that you have an illness that you can't get rid of. Now it goes into periods of remission. So that's the doctor's goal, is to get you in remission, because they can't cure it.
Right.
Can you die from it?
I mean, you can die from almost anything. The likelihood of you dying is not that great.
Okay.
It's not that great, but it is a disease that can certainly knock you on your behind. Absolutely. There are people in the hospital who may never get out, but that doesn't mean that that's what it looks like for everybody. And everybody's case is extremely individual, which is part of the reason why it's difficult to come up with a cure, because there's no set way that it affects people that they can determine how to get at this thing. Now it affects all people. It doesn't matter race, does not matter. However, people of Ashkenazi Jewish descent have a higher instance of developing
Steve too.
developing they're predisposed.
Did you do your DNA check and see what all ethnicities make
No,
up?
I haven't. I have not. I have not.
Yeah, I don't want to
not
actually
done that.
plug them, but I did it. My daughter paid for it. She wanted to know. I found out I was 21% 23% Nigerian, 21% Mexican, and everything else like 1 or 2%.
Oh,
Damn.
I'm scared to do that.
My shit was 100% nigga.
I'm too light.
Just all
I
black.
promise you it's not.
Blackity black.
German and
I bet you got some I bet you got some Hebrew in you.
I don't know.
I'm talking about Tyrone.
Me?
Oh.
Yeah.
I might. I think more Roman. Like I got this lump on my nose, which is
Oh my
like
God.
how
older you
Julius
get
Caesar had
the
it.
older you get, the bigger your nose and ears gonna get.
Yeah. I think it's more Roman than Hebrew. Like I might have been a whipped cracker instead of a slave. I don't know. Who knows?
I got a question that's not on the subject right now.
Sure.
Did you do these names that's up here? Because that shit is terrible.
What's
I ain't do
wrong
that.
with the name?
No. I'm talking to Crazy T. Because here's the only name that looks right.
What's wrong with your name?
My name is missing a letter.
Mine is missing a letter and an underscore.
What's the letter and the underscore?
Hey, well, it's He's Tyrone. It's not important about how your name's spelled. This is,
Only one in the person's name is correct.
it's the only one that matters.
One of these names is doing its own thing.
Okay, listen. What is it supposed to be though?
Her's supposed to have an E at the end,
A,
and I
A,
think
an A at the
Moan.
end.
Oh, A, Maria, and Moan is supposed to have an E at the end of the O.
Just the E underscore, bro. That's all that need to be added. M-O.
You got an E and an underscore. That's two things.
Is that too much?
If you being
He
just
can't have that?
just
But it's not
Greedy. You just being greedy.
You
It's
spell
supposed
crazy
to
wrong.
say, it's supposed to say Mo underscore real.
Yep.
Yeah, more like Moe's Tavern.
Okay.
Shit, that's where I used to go with Homer.
And hers is supposed to
Get a
have
flaming
an A on
Mo.
the end.
Yeah.
Right. Man, so let's get into the news topics. With just under 2 weeks before the trial, R. Kelly has come up with 4 new charges, 2 new accusers, and they boys.
Oh,
They little boys.
Oh, damn.
It's just okay. So can I just say, look, I just thought that the perverts and the pedophiles were like specialists. They just liked one thing. Like a bisexual pedophile, you know how scary that is? If you have kids, like, what the fuck?
The man was outside of high school at the
bisexual
McDonald's all the time.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, look, he said he was trapped in the closet. I'm like, I didn't know he meant this.
he was telling him himself.
But honestly, like it was put to me in the very recent past, when you are when you're a deviant like that,
Yeah.
like
did right.
you're only going to get satisfaction from the normal stuff for so long before you have to you want everything. You got to taste and try everything
So it's
because
just constantly
you get
escalating?
bored. Yeah, you get bored with what's normal to you or what you're used to, whether that be right or wrong, but whatever you're used to. So you got to find something different to fulfill that urge.
So you think that they be like, I'm sick of little girls. I want to mess with little boys now.
It's just like, why does it have to be kids, man? Like, Jesus, get you a
But I
midget.
mean, he clearly doesn't. He clearly has a problem with control. So does it matter if you have problems like that? It doesn't matter what's around or who's around. You're gonna get it how you can.
No, I respect that. Like, my only argument is docile adult women who will,
I understand.
acquiesce to your demands. You know what I mean? But
He's dead wrong. I
Yeah.
mean, he's dead wrong all day.
So
dead
you saying
wrong.
it's like grown women who act like kids?
yeah, they look young. It's grown women and grown men that need adult supervision. You know what I'm saying? Like they might be in their 40s and 50s, but they are children. They need another adult there to
Your
make
age
sure
don't make you an adult.
Hey, facts.
That sound like
Facts.
when they refurbish old tennis shoes.
No,
Like,
go. We call it factory
They
defect.
look new, but they still got the old feel when you put your foot in.
But he's a deviant, and there's no excuse for that
It's
behavior.
none for him,
there's
man.
no excuse.
There's no excuse.
This had me
reasoning.
thinking like, look, this is what part 2 of Leaving Neverland. You know what I'm saying? Like he's messing with the boys too, man. Like
Man,
I don't know. But look, this
Except
whole
he really
this
did.
whole topic.
should be put on an island with each other.
He
look,
did write
they
songs
should.
from like an impersonating.
Hey, look, this whole topic had me looking. Look, I googled who had the more between R. Kelly and Michael Jackson, who had more Kids' Choice Awards.
Oh
not
my!
alone.
I'm just trying to see.
Stop! Just
How
stop.
young we talking?
All right. that's just cringy.
The
hearing
boys,
that.
they said, what are the boys? 16.
They
and
were
14?
they said they were 17
Oh, they
when
were
watch
R.
out.
Kelly's biggest problem was he talked. He should have just been quiet and never said nothing like Michael. Michael never said nothing, but I ain't do it.
I think if you get that
They
arrogant,
made
man.
me squat and they looked in my buttocks.
Look, what Ron Paper say? He said, just like it takes a village to raise a child, it takes a village to abuse one. Like these people had networks,
It's some
setups
CO.
to.
Yeah.
So let
He
me
didn't
tell you
do any of this
about
by
let me tell you
himself.
about the jail side of it. If Michael Jackson goes to jail, he's not going to be interviewed. He's not going to be coming in contact with no regular COs. He's going to have all majors, sergeants, white shirts, people with rank. And with that being said, I'm just thinking that it's actually some people of rank within the correction system who have a vivid idea of Michael Jackson's rectum.
What?
Oh,
They saw it with a
I want to
flashlight.
see that pale starfish, man.
He was traumatized behind it. Didn't you hear him?
I heard him.
He said they made me lift up my scrotum. And
But look, I think that was just ego, though. Like he
Spin
wasn't
my
used to being
buttocks.
treated like a nigga.
Was
Like
that the
Michael
reason
was
for the legs
like
shaking the hands?
Michael was just people feeding him grapes. He wasn't used to
But
having
you
to
gotta
squat and
you gotta
cough.
automatically know that I guess only every heterosexual man, it may be a very, if not one hand, 2 hands tops, but 1 hand of people who knows what his rectum looks like.
All right, look, what hand?
It's enough rectum talk.
No, y'all started rectum talk. I'm just saying this is a funny coincidence that this is one of their claims to fame in life.
Is that people see? Oh yeah, people being
They
able to say,
sitting
"I've
around
seen
the
it."
campfire in the trailer park like, I got the soul Michael Jackson.
I just have one
No.
question,
I
man. I
hope
just
that's
want to know
not a
why he called his
discussion.
son Blanket.
I promise
You said
you
what?
it is.
I just want to know why his son's name Blanket.
Man, it's not his son.
I promise you.
Them white kids are not his.
All right, well, whoever it is, he named him Blanket.
That's Michael Jackson. You can't.
He likes to be covered in kids.
You can't.
Jay-Z named his kid Blue.
Man,
We just
Well,
named him the color blue.
because that's
Y'all
when
gonna get off
that's when
Michael
the
now.
good
I'm not gonna
cocaine.
let y'all talk
Oh,
long
no,
enough.
Michael. Don't get on me.
I love Michael.
Who will win the verses? Michael Jackson or R. Kelly?
Michael
Michael
Jackson gonna
Jackson.
win everything.
Come on, man.
Who the fuck can fuck
I,
with Mike?
I was expecting more pushback. I thought
R.
Michael
Kelly.
too.
Hey, who did R. Kelly want to be? Okay,
Not all. I mean, but no,
who did
not
he,
by
but he
and large.
imitated
He
them
ain't
to
no
I didn't
Most
know
of
R.
them,
Kelly
he
was
went up a
Recently.
level.
I didn't know R. Kelly wanted to be Michael Jackson until he started messing with the little boys.
Damn, man.
Oh.
He stole Aaron Hall's whole style, so.
And look, that's why I said, look,
Maybe
we had a
they
chance to
something in
choose.
common.
Damn thief.
As the black culture, we had a chance to choose. We could have chose Aaron Hall or R. Kelly. We chose wrong. We should have chose
Man.
Aaron Hall. We should have chose Aaron Hall.
Right.
Aaron Hall.
So Aaron Hall
was
was out there talking about he missed us and everything.
Oh,
Like,
Man,
nah.
R. Kelly was like, in
Honey
the
love.
beginning, R. Kelly and them was like singing strippers.
Man, he.
Yeah, there was public announcement.
They was
Facts.
like singing strippers. They had the ladies on Smash.
But back in the '90s, you had to have your shirt open and your boots on and do the hump
Right.
move.
But I'm
And
saying-
That's what you did.
that was just how
The
your
whole
R&B
style, bro.
was.
We gonna shave our head. We will put these shades on.
Boys to
We
men
got the
didn't take their
He's
shirts
winning.
off.
Because they couldn't. Nobody wanted to see.
Nobody want to see Wanye with that bullshit.
The only one with some definition was Sean
just keep
Stockman.
singing,
Look, he
goddammit.
built like Ricky Smiley. Didn't nobody want to see him? Nobody want to see Sean Stockman with his shirt off?
Very true.
Slim got the old Steve Harvey haircut. We don't want to see that shit.
Oh, but no, look, that shit just has me. If we
Goddamn Gumby hood.
if we being serious again, man, this shit just has me worried with all these celebrities coming out with this pedophilia and freaky shit, man. Like there was a move before the COVID hit where the pedophiles were trying to join the LGBT. They were trying to be non-offending pedophiles.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm like, well, how long you gonna be non-offending? I seen motherfuckers trying to be celibate, and I know how that
How do you
shit
become-
don't go.
Right.
Pedophile is the action
Right.
word. How do you become one without being pedophilic on something?
Yeah, so the argument is that they're attracted to it, but they're not
They
gonna
don't
act on it,
Yeah, that's
which is
They
a
just
lie.
want a
Right.
space in. They just want their own lane.
They want protection. If you in the LGBT, you can't
they
even
want.
be talked about.
You can't be in the airlines and yell bomb and be talking about I was practicing.
Yeah, facts. Facts. No, real shit.
The Asian people even stepping
Terrorists.
up. Everybody
Yeah.
demanded equality and equal rights and fair treatment.
Yeah,
It's not a bad thing.
But it's like, nigga, other people get it though. Like, I feel like it's like the white people feel offended. Like we can't give these at all costs. We can't give these niggas equal nothing.
You go back and
By
you
no
tied
means
it in
necessary.
again, Crazy T. That was good.
You said what? Yeah,
You did
for real.
another tie-in because she said it earlier.
Yeah.
Work
Yeah.
twice as hard
That,
for half the
no,
work,
that people
man.
don't
They
want
have
to
the credit.
admit their flaws. Society doesn't want to admit that they did what they did and they apologize. Because once you apologize, then you got to make amends.
Yeah. So, are you guys familiar with critical race theory?
No.
All right, so they're doing this whole thing where they're saying American history started in 1619 for black people when we arrived here. That's when our American history started, and it has all this fucked up. Like 1776 is when America's grand opening was, but we was working for 100 years before then.
Right.
You know what I mean? And white folks are like, no, listen, just focus on the good parts. We don't want to teach that shit.
But that's
They
what
don't
they
want to
always
teach
do.
Black
How's
American
that?
history.
That's what they always did.
History's always told by the
African
winners.
American
So how we know
history.
that we came in 1619, not earlier?
Look, I'm saying, look, that's as early as we got. That's like almost 100 years before, 150 years
These is-
before.
These the same motherfuckers that told me they had to sit down with the Indians and they was, basically passing food to them.
Yeah, but I
Filled
don't.
with polio.
Yeah, no.
This is what
And
Thanksgiving
not
is
giving them
portrayed to
blankets
be.
with smallpox.
Thanksgiving was fucked up because we celebrated. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm saying, but when you see the picture in history, they always got a whole crowd of Indians, run a crowd of pilgrims, and they all happy and shaking hands, and the
Singing
kids playing in the
Kumbaya.
background.
Yeah.
And
Did you read the end of the story?
I
And that
saw-
was the last time we saw the Indians.
shit. I saw the actual. They took one Indian and held his ass hostage. You sign this goddamn paper and give us this land. Thanks. for giving it to us.
But no, I'm saying but the Indians though, like they didn't even see it like that. Like people always tell the story about the white man bought Manhattan for like $24 from some Indians. Indians was like, nigga, it's land. How you gonna like? I'll sell you some land. I'll sell you some sky too. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like
Jeff,
They didn't quantify it that way.
a cultural divide. They didn't understand it the same way.
Absolutely.
Jeff got some paper. He wrote some shit on it. It was like, hey, just put your name here, or whatever you're gonna do, and this is ours now. They made up everything, bro.
Yeah, but I think that's what
wasn't no justice system till they came here.
But I think that's the white man's superpower though. Like white people know how to.
BS.
What you guys got going on? Oh, that's awesome. We'll take that. You know what I mean? And now it's laws and it's deeds and it's. You have to go through court if you want to own this bag. Like, man, you just took it from me.
But it was mine.
It was mine.
It was mine. You took it, and yeah.
They misspelled justice.
Howtheydo.com.
Yeah. How they do that?
Howtheydo.com.
Hey, me and Pam was talking about this, right? And this is what the downside of the conspiracy theorists. You can make any white conspiracy theory stick if you just say, you know how they do. You know, like, yeah.
Absolutely.
White folks were kidnapping niggas and taking them to the moon to be slaves. You know how they do. And niggas would be like, you know what?
They do.
They did do that.
Come to think of it.
Oh, they do. It's facts though, man.
I just got to convince two people, man.
Yeah, but I think. but
Them two
seriously
people
though,
gonna convince a whole group, and then next time they come, like, this dude I was telling you about.
look, but I feel like they give us so much misinformation to where it's like we can't see what they're really doing. You know what I mean? Just like the Illuminati. Be like, oh, the Illuminati, I think is real, but they be like, but they lizard people too. It's all right, y'all just diluting the story.
Right.
But I think it is some people behind the curtain.
I think they practice education like the doctors practice medicine.
What you mean? Practicing
Pluto
teaching
ain't,
it?
Pluto ain't the planet no more. We done lost the whole food group.
Yeah. It's just, I think we realize that, like,
It's whatever we say.
But
man.
the thing is to take the truth. They take the truth and bastardize it so much that you couldn't possibly believe it for what it really is because it just is so like lizard people. It's so outlandish, but they veil the truth in all these things and we can't seem to see through that.
Yeah.
We don't see, and it's right there. But they take all the things that they actually got from us to begin with, all those years ago, and they use it to their benefit, and then they veil it from us. And we're flailing out here, killing each other in our communities, and not having enough. And they are doing the things that they need to be doing to keep advancing.
They've been doing this since the beginning of the time. They let us build something, and they take it, take credit for it, take ownership of it, and even try to reproduce it. Yeah. And it never quite is like the first one that we made. You know what I'm saying? It's sad in a lot of regards that we grew up in a society where we always were considered subhuman. You know, that's sad that we almost become complacent with it.
Yeah.
We almost used to it. Like when a cop pull you over, we expect him to be on some bullshit. When you go to a white establishment trying to seek employment, we expect it to be some bullshit. And that's not nothing we was just pondered upon. It's what we was trained and taught.
Yeah.
I just think it's fucked up, man, that basically everything that we do great, man, that they water down and don't let us do it. Like, not only the, Simone Biles thing, like right now that she can't do what she do and get credit for it because the other motherfuckers can't do it. Back in the day with, Kareem.
Let's be clear, though. Like, Simone Biles is Olympic gymnast sister. She's doing moves that are considered illegal because they was too dangerous for other people to do. Right. She pulled them off, and they saying illegal, disqualified. Like, no, you can't do it.
But it go back to like back in the day. Remember, Kareem can't dunk. You can't be that tall and do that because we can't do that.
Facts.
Stop. So what? You can't do it. Get a taller person and get that shit done.
And that's the thing with us, man. Like, if they would let black people like be us uninterrupted, you know what I mean? Come and meet the bar that we're setting. Don't bring the bar down to where you're comfortable at. Like, no, this is where the bar is now. I just did this. You know what I'm saying? This is a dunk. This is a 3-pointer. Look, I just jumped through the long jump, the whole long jump pit. Meet me there.
I feel like black magic don't work because they always pull out the potion, man. Like they always come and just kick the pot the fuck over.
Yeah.
They're afraid of that type of change. Elevation is pressure.
They got to remain in power.
You know that one guy at work everybody hate and they call him an overachiever and all that. In his mind, he just doing his job. But to everybody else, he's an overachiever.
You want to work so hard for it?
Killing the
light,
job.
His light is shining so bright, it's revealing your darkness.
And that's exactly what it is too, Goldie. Like you shine too bright to where you start exposing other niggas' flaws and laziness and imperfections and shit. It's like, nigga, be better.
Well,
do better. Like, don't.
Back in the day, when they work hard and you reap the rewards.
That's what they told us.
Now like 7th place get the same trophy as 2nd place.
Yeah.
Right.
You ain't even gotta do nothing, man. Kids is just happy. I got a trophy, man. You'll get 7th place on my damn face,
people are
man.
entitled, right?
I ain't happy with that. You're a loser, son. Don't do this.
Ain't for real.
The team sucked. And then if you tell your son that the team sucked and he ain't do good, it's like, don't tell your kid that. He needs to be nurtured. Like, he needs to know that his team sucked.
He needs to know the truth.
We didn't get nurtured though. We got taught like the world is hard. Like when I was young, we played in dirt. You know what I'm saying? And just went out there. You got bullied and people talk shit and grown-ups talk to you crazy. But it made you ready for the world, ready for rejection.
But we're made up of different things.
Yeah.
Like we have to be as tough as we are. Like we've had to be that tough. We're that tough naturally, but given the things that they've put us through over generation after generation, our skin is a lot thicker. It's a lot tougher.
Yes.
And because, their mediocrity, we always have to meet their mediocrity with extreme superiority. Because their mediocrity that's the bar. That's what it is.
And they be so confident in that. Like, it's like,
Absolutely.
man, you know what I had to do to get the confidence that you have, Mr. White Man?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I hate that they try to play on the narrative that pressure basically busts pipes rather than pressure also create diamonds.
Yeah.
Right.
No, that's right. That's facts.
But it's up to us to not give in to that narrative. We know what the narrative reads, but you don't have to follow that narrative. When is it that you decide that you're going to take back your own power and do what it is that you need to do to be where it is and who it is that you want to be?
Respect. No, and like you were saying about like here in America, black has always been the opposite of white. Like we've never had our own individual agency and like this is who I am in the world. You know what I mean? It's always been like, well, I'm not a white man, but I'm doing this good. At least I'm doing this, which is I don't know, man. Like it's not enough. It makes you feel accomplished with baby steps as opposed to seeing your full potential. I think.
And that's why you can't measure yourself by that barometer, because once you do, you will always feel the lack and you will always see yourself at the bottom of the barrel, because that's how they have it set up, because they know the greatness that is in you.
As long as they control the masses, the individuals will never win.
I bet you got a yard, don't you? You got grass? I can tell. You just seem like a responsible adult. I was looking at you. I was just looking like, you know what?
As opposed to what?
Like what?
A lot of women don't have
What else
grass.
would-
A
They
lot
got
of-
mud?
A lot they don't got grass. They in an apartment. They house to house. They ain't got grass.
What's
like,
wrong with the apartment?
She's like, no. Listen. My great auntie told me a long time ago, don't mess with a woman who ain't got no grass, because she ain't shit. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I can tell a
I've
woman with
never heard
grass
of
when I
such a
meet
thing.
one. Yeah, she got to have a yard. If she ain't got no yard,
So
what she doing?
But what if she just likes living without the hassle of? I have brothers, so that's why I can have a yard because they
Whatever
can take
shit
care.
you got a yard.
Because
You
I
are-
don't cut the grass.
Old people also said don't shack, so I ain't listening to that shit.
No. Look, there's something to that though. A woman with grass though, it's just a
What if she has
signifier of
children
quality.
and no
It's like
grass?
she's got something sustainable. She has something that she's taking care of. If she ain't got no kids,
What if she has children and no grass?
no,
She ain't
kids.
shit.
It don't mean she ain't taking care of kids though. It's subjective. You know what I mean? She can have kids. It don't matter. It don't mean she a good
I'm
mom.
gonna take the compliment.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
respect,
take it.
respect.
You know.
What if she got grass, but it's just wheat grass in a bag?
No. It's got to be in the ground, growing over 6 months
What
or
if it's
longer.
brown?
It's got to be over 6 months or longer. If it's brown, no.
If you got weeds in
She
it,
got
smokable
she got too many
grass.
niggas walking through her yard if her grass is brown. That's what that is.
What if it's smokable grass?
Weed is different though. I take weed too.
But it's grass.
it's grass.
I done met women who got weed and ain't got no grass. It's a difference. You gotta,
You got some Bobby Brown.
you gotta have a yard. You gotta have a yard.
Got Bobby by the pile. Oh, none of that.
Hey, you know that's facts though, man. It's just
Not the color I like.
you know, like I don't know, like niggas have been so down. Oh, go ahead. What
Before you
gonna
go ahead, what did Granddad used to say? Papa gas about grass.
Oh, he said my granddad, he was so racist too. He said you get grass, white folks walk on your grass and stay green. As soon as a nigga step foot on your grass, it start turning brown.
Oh damn. Oh my. Oh wow.
Look, shout out.
Granddad was the natural
He
state
had
man.
so many. Look, my granddad used to say, free books, free schools, dumbass niggas.
Oh.
But it touched home though.
It was
I don't want to be dumb.
just simple wisdom.
Don't be dumb, Granddad.
Don't nothing change if don't nothing change.
What?
Everybody know that.
Facts.
Everybody know that.
Granddad was dropping knowledge.
Dropping jewels, man.
knowledge.
Niggas just gonna be niggas, grandson. Facts.
It's a difference.
Yeah, but
I think the proprietor's trying to get us.
I think that's what the disconnect is though. It's like with the Willie Lynch shit you were saying. It's like they made a division between the old and the young, and some of that old wisdom matters. Like we look at it as like superstitious or out of touch, but it's like they know that shit. Like and it works. I had Aunt Eva. Aunt Eva was like 100 years old when I was a kid, right? And she would be able to like get a baby and she'll check the baby's diaper. She'll taste the poop. Crazy, right? Oh, okay, that baby got the flu, and showing up the baby would have the flu. Like she just, but she was tuned into that.
Yeah.
What we think is primitive though, but this is like our heritage. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Not
Exactly
shit
right.
tasting, but like,
I know what you meant, bro.
Heritage
but like
of
the
shit.
primitive. But like
Who the hell is shit tasting?
stuff that looks like not
wasabi?
stuff that's not Western medicine. You know what I mean? Other ways of being in tune,
Yes.
women's intuition and all that. Other ways of being in tune with
Right.
stuff. But I don't know. Like we got away from that. I think that's why they had to kill Dr. Sebi. Like he was like one of our last connections to.
Being connected spiritually is a whole different. It's not some kind of spooky. Ooh, it has little or nothing to do with specific religions. It's just about the being, the inner being, who
I'm
the
more spiritual
person
than
is,
religious.
the
No,
the
how you-
vibration that
lot
people
going
are vibrating at.
No, how you connect? Look, my ex-wife is Haitian, right? And she ain't make spaghetti. She didn't make spaghetti. She made lasagna. And I'm like, oh, I had 3 plates. That's how I got married. It's just it's that same wiffle do, nigga.
Oh man, I just thought she sucked a dick for the first time. That's it.
Wow.
I got head before. I had head before her, nigga.
I don't know. It happened over a weekend.
Niggas don't get married over head. You get married over like this gonna change my life.
Nigga, I don't
No,
know.
it ain't. Like,
Nigga, I thought you got a Blockbuster membership or some shit. It just happened.
man, I thought trying to be a little bit, but I've learned over the years that my heart and my dick are equally stupid. I had to come up with a system.
At least you know.
Yeah, I do.
At
I do.
least you
On
know.
that note,
I go HRO.
And now that you know.
Goldie been trying to sign us off for like 10 minutes.
This has
Like,
been the third time.
I keep talking through it, like, yeah. So anyway, what else y'all got going? This
How was your day?
This has been another episode of He's Tyrone. I'd like to thank the special guest we had here, Tacoma Maria.
Thank you for having
Please
me.
give the folks your information. Hold up. Did you have anything else you wanted to talk about before we got so rudely interrupted by Goldie Montana?
Here it goes again.
God damn it.
I feel like Sandman Sims is gonna come in here and just pull me. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, you ain't got to go home.
This is the last song.
Can everybody on this side of the stage move to the outside of the stage?
Get your kids together. Get your rides together.
No, but Tacoma, thank you so much for coming, man.
Thank you for having me.
Please tell the folks whatever you want to tell them. Give them your information, where to find you, and all that.
Where to find me? You can find me on Instagram at T_KNICOLE 426.
That's Nicole.
Nicole, that's right. That is Nicole. Nicole with a K and an accent over the I.
Fancy.
That's me. Fancy. Fancy. And so we'll be coming at you with also a new podcast.
Yes. She is coming with her own show. Y'all don't even know. This was the spinoff episode. Y'all ain't even know. Goldie Montana, you got something for the folks?
Have fun, do what you do, turn up, don't hurt nobody. Peace.
Ray Morreal?
You already know. If you don't want to blame yourself for your faults, blame me, because I don't care.
All right, and I am Crazy T signing off. Remember, the man that knows nothing knows that he knows nothing at all. It might be colder in your summertime and hotter in your fall. If we are made in his image, then call us by our name. Most intellects do not believe in God, but the fear is just the same. On and on. On and on.